February the 7th at 4 p.m. Call the Board of Public Works meeting, City Council Chambers, Peru to order. Reading and approval of minutes.
Make a motion we suspend the rules and approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
Motion made by Ron, seconded by Matthew. Suspend the reading and approve the minutes as written. All in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Payment of claims in the amount of $476,309.22.
I'll make a motion to approve the payment of claims as presented.
Second.
Motion made by Matthew, seconded by Ron, to pay the payment of claims in the amount of $476,309.22. All in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Regular payroll, $190,638.19.
Make a motion we approve the payroll as presented.
Second.
Motion made by Ron, seconded by Matthew, approving the payroll in the amount of $190,638.19. All those in favor signify saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Pension payroll in the amount of $88,751.56.
I'll make a motion to approve the pension payroll as presented.
Second.
Motion made by Matthew, seconded by Ron. Pension payroll be paid in the amount of $88,751.56. All those in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Crossing guard payroll, $5,990.77.
Make a motion to approve the crossing guard payroll as presented.
Second.
Motion made by Ron, seconded by Matthew. Crossing guard payroll in the amount of $5,990.77 be paid. All those in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Under old business, ratification of the agreement between the City of Peru and the Fraternal Order of Police for the calendar year 2023. This was to correct some dates that was, I believe they were wrote down as 22 instead of 23. Is that right?
I believe so. Yes, that was the only issue.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to approve the corrections that were made in the agreement.
Second.
Motion been made by Matthew, seconded by Ron. Ratification of the agreement between the City of Peru and the Fraternal Order of Police be granted for the calendar year 2023 with the corrective changes. All those in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. New business.
I'll make a motion to amend the agenda to consider interlocal cooperation agreement between the Peru Fire Department in Jefferson Township and Erie Township.
Second.
Motion made by Ron, seconded by Matthew, that we bring before the board the interlocal cooperation agreement between Peru Fire Department, Peru City, Erie Township, and also Jefferson Township.
Need a vote.
All those in favor for bringing this before the board?
Can I stop that right there?
We're just,
This is just to consider it.
yeah,
This-
it's adding to the agenda.
All those in favor?
All those in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, now,
Okay. So there's been some changes today, unexpected changes that were going to be made. Erie is fine. Jefferson Township is something we need to speak in regards to. So the changes well, there is no changes with Erie, so we're good with that contract there. The understanding is, and spoken with the township trustee, that we're good to go with Erie Township. The changes that are effect now for Jefferson Township for the interlocal cooperation agreement, I need to void that. Before we even have signed this, they had a meeting last night, and in our agreement, we would support them with Denver Fire Department, and they signed a 6-month contract last night with Mexico Fire Department. So the meetings we had and all the understandings we had, they voided that last night. So I asked the board to agree to the Erie and not the Jefferson.
So you're pulling the interlocal corporation for Jefferson Township off?
Correct.
Okay. Up for discussion on the Erie Township, is that for 3 months then?
Correct. It's a 3-month. No, yes, Erie will also be a 3-month also. We're just doing it in short spans to give a little help out in that area, see how it works out with Denver. It was Mexico area, now Denver took it over. So we're going to run on it as a, since Denver's so far away, we will still run on it as a full response. That's the $2,500 that they will pay for full response. In return of that, to support Peru, to be noted on the books that Grissom Fire is coming in at the dispatch time to cover Peru, and we're leaving one officer back. So Peru will be covered, and then we can get out there, do what we need to do, and get back and turn the scene over to Denver. So it won't be it'll be a full response, but the timeline will be cut down because Denver will be supporting us in that, since that is their area.
And there will be no agreement with Jefferson?
That's correct. Jefferson, in the interlocal agreement we had in there, we would support it with Denver Fire. As of last night, they signed a 6-month contract with Jefferson, and that voids the contract, and that is in there. And the reason is because they still don't have any response. And if we were going out on it, Denver won't be going out on it, so we would have no backup. And at that time also, we need that backup from Denver, so they voided their contract before we even started.
So who's covering Mexico?
Well, Mexico now will be covered by Mexico again.
Mexico Fire Department.
Yeah, they were not responding, and they don't have the manpower, but they went ahead and signed a contract last night saying that they still wanted to keep Mexico Fire out there. So our agreement right now is nothing in writing, nothing with them, but what we decided today in the officers' meeting that we talked about was reference to, we'll give them there's 2 dispatches. We have mutual aid and dual dispatch. Dual dispatches, and the call comes in, same time we'll respond out to the scene with them. We're not going to do that anymore. We'll just do a mutual aid as we would any department. So if the call comes in, they have to be on scene, they have to start fighting fire, and then call for backup from Peru Fire Department. At that time, we'll send them a tanker and 2 guys as mutual aid, as we would any department. So basically, their coverage in that southern part of Jefferson Township will be very limited.
And we don't open ourselves up to any legal issues. Dispatch goes ahead and dispatches you anyway.
Correct.
It's just like a dual dispatch, even though you're going to tell them that you guys aren't responding as a dual dispatch.
If the call came in as life safety, we would run. And I told the guys, I said, if the call comes in, somebody's trapped in a home, I don't care where it's at, we'll go. We will always do life safety. Call comes in, it's a car fire, in the middle of the driveway. Sorry about that, but hope you have insurance. I don't want to be that way, but, we're not going around something like that. I won't ever refuse a run for life safety.
But it's Peru citizens' tax dollars that are paying for all the equipment and all that. So your main concern is Peru at that point.
Correct, absolutely. Our main concern is Peru. That's why we'd only be sending to them, on mutual aid, a tanker and 2 guys like we do anybody else.
Sure.
New Waverly, we just done that for them. We would do that, and that's always been that way.
And you get the initial dispatch to Erie. At that moment in time, Grissom is going to dispatch their people to head towards Peru.
Absolutely.
So maybe one of the things, they get halfway here, you're already back, they go back, but otherwise
Yes.
they'll come in.
Yeah, they'll come in, cover Peru with engine crew, and then we're also going to keep our 8 officer back at that time to support Grissom Fire if we have a run.
Does that cost us anything?
No.
Okay.
It's a agreement we have with Grissom, so if they need us for any reason, we go out there. If we need them, they come in here. So we're working together with them.
I don't have any other questions.
Any other questions? Any from the audience? Need a motion to accept the interlocal cooperation agreement between Erie and the City of Peru Fire Department.
I'll make the motion to accept the agreement as presented with Erie Township and the City of Peru and Peru Fire Department.
Second.
Motion been made by Ron, seconded by Matthew, the interlocal cooperation agreement between the Peru City Fire Department and Erie Township be ratified. All those in favor signify saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Communications. Anybody have any communications?
No, sir.
Anybody in the audience have anything to say? We're up for adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.